Olumo Rock is a gigantic historical monument standing at 137 meters above sea level, right in the middle of the ancient city of Abeokuta, southwest Nigeria. It has since been developed into a world-class tourist center. Here we are at the Mansheke Garden. The garden is named after this flamboyant tree, popularly known as Mansheke by the Yorubas, because of the sound its seeds make when shaking. This is Olumo main shrine, where sacrifices and worship are made to this rock annually around August. This rock is an historical monument because this is where the Egbas took refuge during the war. After the war, the people turned the rock into a deity which is worshipped. A large black cow is sacrificed here every year. In this town, we have 5 kings, namely the Alake of Egbaland, the Olowu of Owu, the Agura of Bagura, the Oshile of Okiono, and the Olubara of Ibara. They come here to pray for the whole nation and to those who climb the rock so they do not fall. Until date, we have not recorded any casualty. Here is the medicinal water point of the rock, one of the numerous mysteries of the rock. When it rains, water is stored up in the rock for about 6 or 7 days, after which it starts to drop from this end. Some local herbalists come here to collect it because they believe in its medicinal potency. This is the final resting place of a chief called Chief Sonny Ajimatokunje. He died in 1956. In those days, when a chief dies, he is buried right behind his house. Here is the Egba wartime hideout where they took refuge during the war. History records that there was a time the Egba people were having problems under the ancient Oyo Empire. They now wanted independence. They left where they were residing to this present environment in 1830 to settle. Not long after they settled, a war broke out between the Egbas and Dahomey, now Republic of Benin, and the Egbas needed a place to hide. Prior to this time, a man named Adaba discovered the rock. Adaba, a great hunter and farmer, invited his fellow warriors to take up refuge during the war. It was recorded that the Ebas hid in this cave for about 3 years, 1830 to 1833, during which time they constructed 5 rooms inside the cave. 4 has collapsed, leaving only one standing today. The holes inside the rock is where they grind and pound their mills. After the war, they consulted the Ifa oracle to inquire if they should go back to where they had come from. But the oracle told them to stay, that this is where their troubles and wanderings ends, which by the way means Olumo in Yoruba. Other people had their own interpretation of Olumo, meaning God molded it, Olumo, because of the shape and size of this unique rock. The Ebas were asked where they hid during the war, and the response was that we hid under the rock. And under the rock in Yoruba means Abeokuta, which is where the state capital got her name from. This is the Ogun shrine. Ogun means god of longevity. Here we have some princesses who consult for people regarding longevity and fruitfulness for the barren woman.
Ẹni bá ń wọ́ ọmọ bó bá dé bí àrọ́ ọmọ bí ẹni ìṣòro bá wà níwájú bó bá dé wájú Olúmọ ìṣòro ẹ̀ kò lè ba lọ lé. Ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ níbi pẹ̀lú ẹ̀wà oúnjẹ ìdíyẹ oúnjẹ ẹ̀fọ́ oúnjẹ òkúfẹ́ oúnjẹ òkúkọ oúnjẹ àgbò bó bá dé pẹ̀lú èdè Yorùbá bá fi bọ́ bó mú wà.
This happens to be the Ogun festival period, which happens annually for a period of 30 days. Here is the deity that controls smallpox and measles. Anyone attacked by the disease receives instant healing when they come here. This tree is called the Akoko tree. It is very important in Yoruba land because the leaves of this tree are used for the coronation of a king and for chieftaincy titles. The tree is evergreen and stays like this through all weather. This tree has been here for over 350 years. This is the ancient route being taken to get to the peak of the rock. It is still a choice for the adventurous because of its rugged terrain. But for the less adventurous, we have the elevator and the stairway which leads straight to the peak of the rock. And that is the Iroko tree. It has been standing for over 250 years on the rock. History records that some white men came here around 18th century to blast the rock, thinking there might be some precious stones inside the rock. As they were attempting to blast the rock, they heard a crack at this particular spot, and pus and blood gushed out, and this blinded the white men. This still further proves the mystery behind this rock.